Yeah, well, obviously got the result that we wanted. A lot of back and forth in that game. It was kind of up and down. It was going really fast early. Kind of wanted to slow it down maybe just a hair, but we were scoring, so it was kind of one of those give and take. We don't want to slow it down too much because I think we were finding some offensive rhythm there after we got going. Thought our bench was really good. Obviously, Des kind of led the charge there, but, I think we outscored him pretty significantly on bench points. Got to the free throw line a little bit more in the second half, which I didn't think we did enough in the first. Maybe settled for too many jump shots or perimeter jump shots. But yeah, battled foul trouble there early and had both bigs out. I thought Zoe Nelson was really good in that first half, and so she kind of saved us, and we needed everything that she gave us. But Ayanna, again, was solid. And so just, yeah, good win for us. Good battle. It's a good team, obviously. They got some talent for sure. I think we got one of their better punches, too, and we survived it. So get better from winning.
You talk about your offensive pace. You guys had 22 points off of fast breaks. Can you speak to the speed? I know Des was a big part in those fast break points.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we want to try to get our offense going from what we do defensively, right, and turn people over if we can, which we didn't do a ton of that in the full court, but there were some stretches where we did that. And, yeah, obviously Des is pretty elite in the open floor, so if we can get her in the open court, I think sometimes that's at her at her best. But, she's gotten better in the half court, too, and she's shooting at a really high percentage and playing with confidence. So, proud of the effort, and these kids stayed in it, and we have different kids seem to step up on different nights, but I think that's the beauty of this team is a little bit of our balance and our depth.
Yeah, Coach, you're talking about the back and forth. What was it that you feel like you were able to pull away and not have it so back and forth, later in the game?
Yeah, well, scoring so we could set our defense, right, and get rebounds. And so they obviously got us on the boards a little bit late, but they still got us on the boards with way too many second chance points. If we could have taken the second chance points away in their transition points, then I felt like in the half court we were really good. We had a hard time containing them sometimes in transition, and then we couldn't keep them off the boards there late.
Coach, you mentioned Zoe a little bit earlier, and I mean, she kind of hit every box on the stat sheet. I mean, 7 points and 11 rebounds and 4 blocks. And was it the plan with you guys being down a big today to have her play more minutes? Was it a combination of that? And I know, AB and Ayanna both had a couple of fouls in the first half. Was it the plan to get her? I mean, I think she more than doubled her normal minutes for a game.
Yeah, she did the same thing Thursday, too, played about 21 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, she was going to have to play. Now, the foul trouble, I mean, we played that lineup with her at the 5 and Tyler at the 4, and I don't know if they've ever even practiced a possession together. So it was just kind of, next man up, and Zoe happened to be that, and was really good. And so we had some foul issues, but we got to keep Jordan out there so she could run the show, too, and kind of solidify everybody and keep everybody kind of calm. And, that kid just quietly keeps getting better. And you look down, all of a sudden, Jordan's got 15 and 8 assists, and just kind of can control the game a little bit with what she did. But, yeah, it was part of the plan. Obviously, he's always going to play. How much, I don't ever know. But foul trouble early got her a bunch of minutes in that first half.
And then you also mentioned the jump shooting early in the game. You guys took 16 threes in the first half, and then I think only 4 in the second half. Was that something you guys talked about in the locker room, like that effort to get the ball in the paint? Because it felt like you guys really made a strong effort to get it in the paint a lot there, especially late in the third quarter and the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's always try to work through the paint a little bit. We were kind of launching a little too much probably to start the game, maybe a little hyped up, just trying to get going. I mean, they were open, so they weren't terrible looks, but they maybe weren't coming from a paint touch or a post touch. And so it was really, let's try to see if we can't get a paint touch. That doesn't have to be to the post. That could be off the dribble or, things like that. And just take what the defense gives you, and that's kind of what they gave us in the second half.
Des, you had obviously a great shooting night, 6 out of 7, and you were 2 for 3 from behind the line or from behind the arc. What is it that goes through the mind of is it early in the game that you realize hey, I'm stroking it tonight, or is it just hey, I'm getting open looks, so take them? What goes through your mind on a night like that when you're shooting really well?
It's just have confidence, shoot with confidence, and play to my ability. That's what goes through my head.
What were you able to see on the floor that allowed you to kind of explode like you were?
Space. When I saw space, I tried to attack, or if I had, space to shoot, I just, let it go with confidence.
How much confidence were you able to gain from the crowd?
A lot of confidence from the crowd. Everybody hyping me up and all the fans here, that's a lot of fun.
Is there in the locker room, do you got, you've got Ayanna and Jordan, you guys have got 7 different players that could be the player of the game every game. Is it is it like an internal competition with you guys? Like, who's going to be player of the game tonight? Because, I mean, it
Nah.
really feels like it could be any of you guys most nights.
No, it's not an internal competition. I mean, everybody just, come out every night, play hard, and whoever gets to play the game gets to play the game.
Everybody good?
Thank
you
you.
guys for your
Alrighty.
time.